I just think now of all times, we really need just a bit more chirpiness in our lives. From my home, this is Chirpy Wight. Year 24 in the Egmore house. And already this morning, 5 of the quail eggs are pipping. This particular one, it almost looks like a whale's tail upside down. It's done the hole at the top, which is the initial pip, and now it's zipping, which means the beak is moving down round the egg to create a flap. And this one is progressing very nicely, and it's just working very hard. You can see I've sped up the footage because it does take some hours from the initial pip and the zip for it to hatch. And then suddenly we had this beautiful chick hatch out. No name as yet, but stay posted. Unfortunately, this one was not having such a good time. It was sort of reversing out backwards and really struggling. Again, I've sped up the footage, but you can see not a lot is happening, so I decided to help it, and unfortunately it doesn't look great. But meanwhile, they are hatching out left, right and centre. Here's another one of the new ones, and that makes 5 born today alone. This one is the latest one, which is in the brooder calling out. I've separated it, and you can see in this picture, top left is the one that's not doing too well. It's not steady on its feet, so I've created a little cocoon around it. And then we've got 2 of the latest ones next to it. And on the other side of the pen, they're having a lovely time, the quail, all nuzzling up together, trying to get some heat. With chicks, because they've absorbed the yolk in the last couple of days before they hatch, they've got the energy to make them last, but obviously once they've hatched out, they really need to get to eating and drinking sufficiently. But the hospitalised one, unfortunately, just wasn't really taking to it, and sadly, it died. But on the other side of the brooder, the 3 chicken chicks, the cuckoo morans, are doing really well. They seem to be thriving. They're growing so fast already. Look, you can see their wing feathers really starting to grow on the side. So it's been a really busy day in the incubator today. We've had 5 quail hatch. Unfortunately, one of them didn't make it, as you saw. It was very weak, it was struggling a bit, and to be honest, when it went, I was slightly relieved. It wasn't taking to food or drink like the others were, and so I tried to give it some sugar water, which is just sugar dissolved in water, to hopefully perk it up, but it just wasn't meant to be, sadly. But now that takes our quail total to 8. And I'm sure you're wondering, for those of you who have watched my previous vlogs, which of them are posted and which of them are local. Well, considering I only put 6 local eggs in the incubator, for the clever amongst you, you would have worked out already that they can't all have been local. And in fact, all 5 of the eggs that hatched today are posted eggs. And what's interesting is they all look exactly the same, have exactly the same colouring, whereas the local eggs, they all look totally different as chicks. So the question is there going to be any more hatching now in the incubator? It's really hard to say. With every day that passes, it's less and less likely, but of course, please join me tomorrow and see if we're going to get any more quail in the Egmore house. Thanks for watching. Bye.